Hey beauties! Welcome back to the Global Fashion Workshop. I remind you that we post new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Today, as you can see, Natalia with us. I hope you are happy about that. Write in the comments section if you want more videos with Natalia. Today's video will be a masterclass processing a seam from a double fabric. It will help Irina Mikhailovna to make a jacket. This seam will be made differently from what we usually show to you. You should be excited, it's very interesting. This fabric is exactly the same as the jacket of Irina Mikhailovna. It is also double, two-layer. We will work with it. The first thing we need to do is separate the two layers on one and the other. Sometimes it can be glued together, but here you can see the threads. Therefore, we take scissors. The work is difficult and long, so thank God it is not a coat, just a jacket. We separate two layers by 1.5 centimeters. And after we have done everything, we will show you what to do next. We split both pieces. We got not 1.5 but 2 centimeters. Next step, we connect the front sides to each other. Like this. The width of the seam is 1 centimeter. At this time, carefully bend these allowances. We lay a regular seam width 1 centimeter, bare tack at the beginning and at the end. We carefully follow the allowance with our fingers. So that the allowance does not go into the line. You should like this method, it's very interesting. Bare tack at the end, and now you need to cut off the seam allowances. And now we will iron. At this step, this is how everything should look like. Now you need to iron this inner seam. We start to iron. Very neat, very careful. Next step, you must iron these allowances 1 centimeter inward, so that when you fold it, it gets into the split of this seam. The work is very difficult, but the result will be very beautiful. and on the other the same. To be comfortable, you need to try really hard. Natasha does not press down strongly with an iron. After the ironing, we have to see what happens inside. This seam is 0.5. These seams are ironed 1 cm, and when we wrap up, this part will be split. There will be no rough seam here. On the front side, the seam will be 0.5 cm and on the seamy side 1 cm. And as a result, there will be a very soft seam. It's a shame that this seam can't be sewn on a sewing machine. Now the handmade work begins. We must sew this seam from the back with the blind seam. In order not to be mistaken and to do everything carefully, concentrate at your work. Natasha always does everything perfectly. You all miss Natasha, we know that. Now we sketch from the second side. We finished, and now we take the thread in color. We connect these two folds with secret stitches. Be careful, watch how Natasha needle works. Her threads goes up like a sewing machine. This seam does not go in zigzag, but up and down, up and down. The work is really very difficult and the result is worth it. We only work with the fold. Natasha does everything very beautifully. If you look now, it seems that it is an imitation of sewing machine line. And so it will be necessary to sew the entire seam. We will do this behind the camera. This is what this seam looks like. We haven't ironed it yet, but now we will do it. From the seamy side. This is the final ironing, and now the brush. This seam is thin to the touch. This is how it looks from the front side, and this is how it looks from the back. Due to the fact that it is open here, it will be convenient to continue working with the bottom of the clothes. Be different and beautiful. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in our next one. Bye!